Good afternoon, Blazers, and welcome back to InfoFlow from home. Today is Tuesday, June 8th. I'm Levi.
And I'm Sammy. In local news, Montgomery County just surpassed 70,944 cases of COVID-19 as of Friday, June 4th. According to the Maryland Department of Health, just over 52% of county residents have been fully vaccinated against COVID-19, while 63% have received at least one dose.
As demand for COVID vaccines has gone down in the U.S., many other countries around the globe are desperate for more supply. Last week, the White House outlined a plan to distribute 25 million doses to various countries in Latin America, the Caribbean, South and Southeast Asia, and Africa, as well as the Palestinian territories, War of Gaza, and the West Bank. Those initial 25 million are only a fraction of the total 80 million doses President Biden has pledged to send internationally. Unfortunately, this is only a scratch on the surface. An estimated 11 billion doses are needed to get 70% of the world fully vaccinated. And since December, only 1.7 billion have been produced, according to research at Duke University.
Facebook recently updated its policy for politicians. Before, the normal rules and regulations didn't apply to most politicians, but after Trump used the platform to encourage the Capitol riots that caused loss of life, Facebook decided to hold politicians more accountable. This new change also includes a strike system that leads to an account being suspended if rules are broken too many times.
In sports news, the Washington football team will be returning to Richmond, Virginia for its summer training camp this year. Last year was supposed to be the end of an 8-year deal between the city and the team to hold their training camp there, but the pandemic forced the team to have their practices close to the public at its Loudon training complex in Ashburn. While the 5 practices in Richmond will be open for fans to watch, it is currently undecided if players will be allowed to sign autographs.
And now let's meet our new SMOB, Hannah O'Looney.
My name is Hannah O'Looney. I am a junior at Richard Montgomery High School, she, her pronouns. SMOB stands for Student Member of the Board of Education. The Board of Education is actually a group of 8 people. So 7 of them were elected by your parents, if your parents are U.S. citizens. And the 8th member, and the 8th member only, is a current high school junior or senior. I'll be a senior. Together, those 8 people vote on pretty much all of the big decisions about MCPS. I've been involved with countywide advocacy, student government for a while. And there is just sort of this wide-ranging chronic problem of not having all voices represented equally at the table. I started off in MCPS at a school with a very, very low, like 15% farms rate. And we had great facilities, really experienced teachers, a really active PTSA, which results in a lot of extra funding for the school. And then the next year, I went to a school with around a 60% farms rate, and our facilities weren't as good. There wasn't really a PTSA, we didn't have a lot of Booster Cup funding, and that really impacted the education of all of the students. Through that experience, I was able to really experience firsthand the inequalities in our system, and I wanted to run for SMOG to change that. One thing that I want to do that I think will have really good long-term implications is really dissect and recreate the way that MCPS creates policy in the first place. Another thing is I am an Asian American student. I have been a student in MCPS for 12 years, and I've never had an East Asian teacher. 72% of our teachers are white, despite the fact that white students across the board only make up 26% of the student population. So there's a real disconnect there. My goal is going to be to sort of reshape the role to not just belong to me, but to belong to all of us. I don't know what it's like to be a student at Blair. So I really hope to involve students from those schools to tell me, this is what it's like to be a student here. I have lots of social media. I think the 2 that I use the most are going to be Instagram and TikTok. The handle should be at Hannah O'Looney for all of those, HANAOLOONEY. If you don't have social media, that's also cool. I have an email, Hannah_O_LOONEY at mcpsmd.org.
Remember, Blazers, if you want to contact Hannah, you can message her on Instagram or Twitter at these handles.
In local news, Tacoma Park has announced their facility's reopening schedule. On June 14th, in-person city services will be by appointment only, and the Public Works lobby will be open to the public. On July 6th, the Tacoma Park, Maryland Library will be open for public services, and on August 23rd, all city facilities will be fully open to the public.
Applications are open for Montgomery Virtual, MCPS's Virtual Learning Academy, for the 2021 to 2022 school year. In order to qualify for the K-12 Academy, the student or student's family must be experiencing extenuating health circumstances that could be helped through virtual learning. The application clarifies that a preference to learn from home does not count as extenuating circumstances. Also, students aged 12 and under must be under adult supervision during school hours in order to be eligible. The application closes July 2nd. For more information and to complete an application, go to the link below.
And now an announcement from Blair's We the East Club.
Hi, I'm Bethel, the secretary of We the East Club.
And I'm Johanna, and I'm the president of We the East Club. And for those of you who don't know, We the East is dedicated to learning about issues and cultures in East Africa, most focused on Ethiopia and Eritrea. And as a club, we just organized a fundraiser to the Raha organization, helping over 40,000 refugees who have been negatively affected by the northern Ethiopian conflict.
And we concluded that we raised over $1,000 in funds and donations. And we just wanted to say thank you to everyone who donated and shared. Thank you.
Thank you, Bethel and Johan. Congratulations on your fundraiser.
Incoming seniors, are you considering taking AP Literature as your next English course? Are you taking it for college credit? Are you taking it for an academic challenge? Do you want to expand your intellectual horizons ever beyond your limitations? Also, do you want to learn how to analyze texts of fiction and even learn about the myriad of different interpretations that come with reading prose and poetry? In that case, consider joining AP Literature hosted by Mrs. O'Connor. Keep watch for more information.
And that's all for today's show. Check out our website at bnconline.net to submit any announcements, and follow us at BNC_Blair on Instagram and on Twitter at BNCBlair. We'll be back on Friday with the latest edition of InfoFlow from home. If you haven't already, go get vaccinated and stay safe. Have a terrific Tuesday, Blazers.